And we're ready.
Okay, we're at Photographer's Point. We got up this morning at 3 o'clock at sea level in Virginia Beach. Our flight took off at 10 o'clock, or at 6 o'clock. We arrived in Salt Lake about 10:15. Got a rental car, drove the 3.5 hours up to Elkhart parking lot, which is the trailhead. And we just finished the first 3 miles, and this is the big view of the Wind River Range in the background. We're at 10,168 feet, so that's a big gain from sea level. We have about 2 more miles to hike to where we're going to set up camp for the night. And it's important that we get up to this height real quick so we can start adjusting to the altitude right away. So that's why we made a real effort to get on the trail, even though it's kind of late and we're starting to lose our sunlight. We probably have another, 30 to 45 minutes of sunlight. Wow, give me your phone, I'll take it. Okay, so we made it to our first camp last night. We're at the intersection of the Polk Creek Trail and the Seneca Lake Trails. This actually is the exact same spot that we camped about 13 years ago when Sarah was just 10 years old and did a variation of this hike. Not exactly the same thing we're doing, but same area. And it got cold last night, but I don't think it got below freezing, but definitely was in the 30s. It's kind of chilly this morning, but the sun's up and it should be a beautiful day. We have about 10 miles of hiking to do today. We're going to go up the Seneca Lake Trails and camp at the top of the Titcomb Lakes area. And that will put us in position to hit the summit of Gannett Peak tomorrow.
So right now we're in the Wind River Range, and if you look in the distance you can see a mountain with snow on it. That's not Gannett's Peak, but that's where we're headed.
See the mountains in the background. It's hard to tell, but you can see the very tip of Gannett Peak above the mountains that you see with all the snow. The mountain behind it with a little bit of sliver of snow, that's Gannett Peak. So we're going to hike on up here and decide whether we're going to sleep at the top of Titcomb Basin or go up to Dinwiddie Pass and spend the night. Okay, so here we are at the top of Titcomb Basin. It's been a long day, 10.5, 11 miles, lots of up and downs. Right now we're at 10,400 and some odd feet. We varied from about 9,500 feet up to 10,000, back and forth all day long. So we're both kind of worn out, but it's real windy today, as you can tell. But otherwise it's pretty. Hopefully the wind will die down. We'll have a nice day tomorrow. So this is Titcomb Basin looking the direction we just came from. And then this is Titcomb Basin, the direction we're going to go. And we're going to find a campsite up there. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so we've made really good time. You can see that saddle that's kind of off to the right. Right in there, that's Dinwoody Pass. We got to go up that about 5 o'clock in the morning in the dark. Of course, we got headlamps, but it's a gnarly rock slide that's just not fun. But once you get on the other side of that, then we'll see the glaciers and Gannett Peak, and the rest of it's hard but fun. That's the only not fun, and hard part. So we're going to find a campsite now, and then try to get to bed early so we can get up about 4 o'clock and hit the trail by, I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay, this is the morning of the big climb to the summit of Gannett Peak. Probably hard to tell, but it's just literally just starting to get just a little bit light, so we can take advantage of the full day. We're having what we call a dry, cold breakfast. We're not heating any water, so we can get on the trail quicker. We're going to be going up Dinwoody Pass, which is over there. Over the top, we're going to cross 3 glaciers, cross or climb 3 glaciers to the summit, and then come on back. Hopefully we'll be back here by about 6 o'clock tonight in time to eat some dinner. This is our campsite here. It was windy all night, but it worked out pretty good. We had to use rocks to secure our tents. Hopefully when we come back, our tents will all still be here. We're going to spend the night tonight here again before we hike out. Okay, so we just came up through Titcomb Basin. We're at the top of Dinwoody Pass. It was steep and rocky and yucky and cold, but we're here now, and definitely feeling the altitude. We're at 12,356 feet. And then from Dinwoody Pass, you can see what we're here for. There's Gannett Peak right there with the sun on it. So that's where we're heading now. We got to go down, unfortunately, cross 3 glaciers to get to the top.
To the summit. We are on Gannett's Peak. It took us about 9.5 hours to get here, but the view is worth it. Now we just have to get back down.
So, you know, we made it to the summit yesterday at Gannett Peak. There's 2 other guys that were climbing together that we met at the summit, and we decided to come down with them and combine our ropes to make the rappels longer and quicker. But as it turned out, it got dark before we got off the mountain, so we had to down climb in the dark. It got dark just about the time we finished the rappels, so we ended up crossing all the glaciers in the dark, and we had to climb up to that saddle up there, Dinwoody saddle there, and we got there about 1:30 in the morning, but things just didn't look right to us, and we were tired and everything, so we ended up sleeping up there at the top, just in our clothes until we could see daylight. And then once we could see daylight, we could see where we were at. We went ahead and came on down early this morning and then slept. So it's about 2:30 now, and so we slept, you know, to kind of recoup ourselves. Now we're going to head on out. So ended up, we were on the trail for 26 hours yesterday, so we're a little bit beat, but it was fun. We had a good time. Hey Sarah, you're on video.
Hey everyone.
Okay, so we're at the end of our 5th day out here. This is Photographer's Point, where we're about probably 4 miles from the Elkhart parking lot, mostly downhill, so we're looking forward to that. We've had a great trip. Sarah's a real trooper. She's done everything and handled everything on her own and done a great job. Of course, our epic night up on Dinwiddie Pass, thank goodness that's behind us. The winds had been blowing at least 55, 60 miles an hour. Temperatures had to be in the teens, and we spent the four and a half hours up there. I've never been shivering so hard in my life, but I have learned that you can shiver and sleep at the same time, at least for maybe 15 or 20 minutes at a time, and then you'd shiver yourself awake. Whether that was a smart thing to do or not, I guess we'll never know, but it's what we did, and it turned out okay. The next morning, we were able to get up and see Titcomb Basin Lakes and realize we're in the right place. The other thing that worried me a little bit was that we both had headlamps, but neither one of us had extra batteries with us. We have our backpacks, but not with us. And I was a little worried my headlamp was doing blinking things and stuff that kind of was saying that the batteries may be getting close to being dead. I didn't want to get halfway down that 2,000-foot rock slide and not have a headlamp. So I think we made the right decision, even though it was a cold one. Today's been great. We've hiked out. The weather's nice. We spent last night at I think it's called Island Lake. Maybe that's a great place for camping. Yeah, Island Lake. So that's where we spent the last night, and it's about 11-mile hike from there to the parking lot. We're probably 2/3 of that. Let the rest of it mostly downhill. So I don't know, does Sarah have anything she wants to say?
It was an epic trip.
Some of the things I learned is, you know, taking extra batteries on your summit day, even though you don't think you're going to need them. Probably, maybe we could have taken a sleeping pad and a sleeping bag and just left them on Bonnie or Dinwiddie Pass. They call it Bonnie Pass, Dinwiddie Pass. And then just like put rocks on them. That might have been a good thing to do, just to be on the safe side. That's very lightweight stuff that wouldn't weigh you down. I wouldn't try to camp full blown. It was too hard to get your backpack all the way up to that pass. Maybe a sleeping bag.
The lights.
Probably was that. Yeah, what threw me off when I got to what we now know was Dinwiddie Pass was there's some lights off in the distance, and I mean I just couldn't figure out where those lights were from. I don't know, you know, so I just didn't look right to me. I didn't want to drop down in the wrong canyon and find out that, you know, we're one canyon over from Titcomb Basin and have to come back up and then cross back over. No way I wanted to do that. So I think we made the right decision. So take extra batteries. Probably I took a 30-meter road. We met two guys up on the top of Gannett Peak. They came up a different route, so we didn't see them until the summit ridge. But one guy's name was Matt. What was the other guy's name? Do you remember? Christian. Anyway, they were both competent climbers from Tennessee.
Tennessee, and so we actually combined ropes and rappelled down with them. That worked out good. But I think if you had one 100-meter rope, then you could probably bring it to the top of the Gooseneck glacier and then rappel down. The problem with Gooseneck is there's a big birch scrub at the bottom, and literally if you fell or slipped, you'd fall into it, probably die or seriously hurt yourself. And so we ended up having to do 3 rappels to get down because we didn't have long enough rope. So 100-meter rope, 200-meter ropes would probably get you all the way down, or maybe a 100-meter rope with 100 meters of accessory cord, so you have a way to pull the 100-meter rope down might work. So, and that would speed up, because that probably took an hour and a half to do all those rappels and re-rig them, and everybody get on and get off, and reset the anchors and everything. So that could have been something. I learned that you don't want to be picking your nose while you're walking on a rocky trail, because you might slip and fall and scratch your knee a little bit. So keep your eyes on the trail. Trying to think of any other words of wisdom. Extra batteries. Watch where you pick your nose. And always have a good climbing partner like Sarah. She did great.
It's dead.
Yeah. Okay, you can turn it off. Okay, those are my ugly feet. Sarah wanted to get a picture of them. So we started at Island Lake this morning at 8 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. We're pretty much like 2 horses heading to the barn today. So we did it in 6 hours, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, yeah, 6 hours. Pretty much, other than stopping to talk to a couple of hikers and to do that little video at the photographer's point. That's all that we stopped. So we're ready to go get some lunch. It was a great trip. Hopefully we'll be able to record another fun trip like this in the future.